Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue and I am back for another Love Goals review, y'all. Alright, so I want to tell you to go and follow me on Instagram before I get into it. I have to remind y'all every video, if I don't say it over and over again, then y'all don't go follow me on Instagram. And I need you to go follow me on Instagram. I need you to make a Instagram. So go and follow me on it, because sometimes YouTube has technical issues and I'll put out a video and y'all won't see it. And I post it on Instagram and let y'all know when I put up videos, so please go ahead and follow me there. Also, I do lives on Instagram where we watch things together. So yeah, and I'm gonna start like having you guys come in more and talk to people on Instagram, so y'all should follow me so we can like see each other and talk and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into love goals. Okay, we're gonna act like I have eyelashes, okay? Because I don't. Y'all, okay? Y'all. Oh my God. My brows are cool, but because I got my eyebrows hindered like right before this happened. But I need to get my lashes done so bad. And the state board said that my esthetician can't be open. So yeah, out here ball-eyed on the videos. I've become accustomed. You know what I'm saying, you guys? Can I just talk about this for a second? Like, like it's such a minuscule issue, okay, in the grand scheme of things. So please do not think that I am, minimizing the issue here. But come on, like, some things are just very important, and grooming and getting my lashes done and looking cute without much effort is one of my things, okay? So, like, I'm just upset. Like, I had to pluck my nails off. Y'all, look at me. Lace is not a big deal, though. Like, I usually don't really like to wear nails because it makes it harder for me to edit. And I like to be able to edit. You know what I'm saying? And I also, I'm a hands person. Like, I need to be able to touch, feel, and, when I'm cooking, I don't want stuff under my nails. Like, So, even though I love the way nails look and I get them for a vibe, like, definitely like to just be out here doing mad hand movements for no reason at all. Okay, even though that's something that I love to do. Okay. I had to pluck them off because I just can't have them growing down and down and down. And now I have to like repair my nails underneath that have been like damaged from the glue. It's just a lot. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. In my life, before we get into in my life. Okay, look. Nicki Minaj right quick. In my life. Let's go ahead. Coolio finally shows up this episode, y'all. Why? First of all, I'm sorry, Coolio. Do you get the holes like put in the hat for you? Do you do it yourself? What happens when you take that thin hair you have up there and you pull it through the cap like that? What is that about? You guys, like, I remember Coolio always having crazy hair, but this is just like, come on. Like, you would look so much better if you would do something else. Because the hair is thin, y'all. It'd be different if his hair wasn't thin, but his hair is so thin and he's constantly like trying to make it, something for us to look at. Y'all don't know why I feel like I got something in my eye. Y'all, I'm sorry. Okay, I did wash my face. I go shower before I came out here. Okay, I groomed. All right, don't judge me. But not having lashes is like this whole ordeal, and oh my God. Anyway, Coolio's hair is so problematic, but we're gonna let that go. This episode was really good. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, I don't know why Coolio and his girlfriend Mimi had to come in late, but I do remember them from Celebrity Wife Swap. And that was interesting. That was very interesting. But the issues that they have, because of course they have to sit down with Spirit and talk to her about their issues. Their issues are, he's a cheater. He goes missing for days at a time. And she's just completely removed from the hip hop celebrity lifestyle that he still lives. Okay. He and Spin have been around each other on a regular basis. They do a lot of shows together. I'm sure like hip hop from the 90s, they do a lot of tours together. It sells. People love that. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. And that will always be like one of the best rap songs ever was Gangsta's Paradise. Like, keep standing most their lives, living in the gangsta's paradise. Keep standing most their lives, living in the gangsta's paradise. Tell me, why are we so blind to see that the ones things we heard are you and me. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do it. But minute after minute, hour after hour. Look, don't make me do it, but it's the joint. All right, it's the joint. Anyway, I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got a 10 in my hand and a gleam in my eye. Like, I'm not going to do it, but it's the joint. It's the joint. Okay, so Coolio and Mimi are having issues that a lot of, people in their same situation seem to have, where, they have this man who's a rapper and he just cannot separate himself from the lifestyle that comes with that. The women, the drugs, the partying, the not going to sleep until after 2 a.m. situation. And y'all are like in your 50s and we definitely need to be in the bed by 10 at this point. You know what I'm saying? And Mimi's just completely different from that. So they're trying to work the relationship out, but Mimi is getting to the point where she doesn't know if she's going to continue on with him, if he's going to continue to live this lifestyle. And I just want to say that going missing for days at a time sounds like you binge. Okay, now I know you say you clean, Coolio, after the years of drug use, you clean, but I'm feeling like you mean clean like in the moment I'm not on drugs. And you probably live your life like that. You go extended amounts of time without doing any drugs, and then you go missing for a few days and you binge. And that's when she's looking for you. And not only are there drugs, but there are probably females as well, because those things kind of come hand in hand in these situations. So yeah, there's a lot there to unpack. And we haven't gotten into the specifics, but they just got here. We're going to give them a moment. And then there's drama. From who? Sunday. Oh yes. Why am I not surprised? Apparently, she said, this is what she said. She said Althea told her that there was a third party, another person that Althea is supposed to be in a relationship with, that she felt she wished was there during this process. And I'm like, we know that Althea and Benzino are not in a relationship, but what does that mean exactly? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that mean? Are you in a full-blown relationship back at home? Are you just dating someone? How is this person vital to the relationship that y'all are trying to mend for your son? What does this person have to do with your son? Okay, so there's a lot of questions that are now posed after this information has been let out. Sunday, you messy bitch, you. Okay, that was messy of her because she overheard that. Okay, Althea said, I didn't tell Sunday that. Sunday overheard me saying that to someone else, which makes it even more messy. So she went back and told Benzino, and Benzino completely flipped out and lost his shit right before they were supposed to go out and do this exercise, because he feels like they might bring somebody else to be a part of this, and he does not want that. So he's flipping out. Y'all know how he does, all the screaming and howling and talking to the air and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mad, aggressive and all of that. And it's like, dude, you know you ain't nothing but a marshmallow on the inside. Won't you calm down? We ain't gonna mess over you like that. Spirit had to calm him and get him together and tell him, I am not putting you through all this therapy so that I can bring somebody in here and upset the progress we've made. Because that would definitely upset the progress and be messy as hell to bring some third party into this situation that really has nothing to do with their co-parenting situation, unless the relationship is more serious than they're letting on. And how are we gonna, like, what's happening here? Because it's obvious that Benzino and Althea are still having sex from time to time. Like, they would not be this mad if they were not still fucking, period. Okay, but you know what? They get him to calm down and they go and climb some beams. And Sunday and Breon go first, and they both have to climb up this very tall beam. I mean, these beams are like how electric poles are, like how tall they are, thin, and in there, it's like a ladder on the side of it. There were several different kinds, depending on who the person was, what they had to climb up. But it's all about climbing up high, getting into the air, having this fear, and then having to rely on your partner to get through it. So when Sunday and Breon went up there, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, the show then gets very real and very serious and very emotional. And the whole thing changed for me during this process, because I was like, damn, this was really amazing work, like amazing work that they did with them. Okay, so Breon and Sunday have to climb up. And when they get up there, there's this large beam that they have to walk across to get to each other. Then they have to kiss. cross over one another and walk back. And it was just like, oh my God. Like, of course, they're being held up in harness. So if they did fall off the beam, they would be caught. They wouldn't fall to the ground. But it's still the fear of being that high up and falling. Like, it doesn't matter that you're, being held up by something that might give you ultimate safety in the fact that you're willing to do it in the first place. But ultimately, when you up there, that fear will still set in. And Sunday was extremely scared and was about to have a panic attack. And Breon started to talk her through it. He took the first step and he starts to walk towards her. So then she starts to walk towards him. And they got to each other and he just kept talking her through it. And then when they got to each other, the way they were holding on to one another, and then they had to cross over, and that was even scarier. And so when they finally crossed over one another, it was just this beautiful moment. The way they had to hold on to each other when they got down, like how much everybody, they were crying. It was so much a symbol of their relationship, about how Sunday has to meet him halfway. He has to meet her halfway, but it's the way they do it that actually matters. She has to see him take the first step. And him taking the first step is him deciding to let go of those other women. That has to happen first. And Sunday has to be patient with him, but at the same time, she's probably going to need that to happen first before she can completely be free with her emotions with him. So it was still beautiful though. Like, I was amazed by the process and how they thought that out for them to do. Coolio and Mimi go next, and Mimi actually had to climb up another stilt pole that she had to get to the top and raise herself up off of. It takes real Pilates strength, okay, for her to lift herself up on the top of that beam the way she did. It took her a minute. They put Coolio on a ladder type thing, so he had something a little bit more flat to stand on, so it was easier for him to get up. But I think it was, about their physicality themselves and what they could do. I think they made allowances for him to make it easier, but it was still scary. But he had to talk her through getting up on the top of it, because that was so hard, to watch her do that. I was so scared watching her do that, y'all. It took a lot for her to be able to rise up to the top of it and put her to, because you're climbing, so your feet are at the bottom and somehow you have to climb up on the top of a beam that is no longer there for you to grab onto, okay? You have to be stable and get your feet on top of it and then stand up on top of it. Y'all, that was insane. And then they had to jump off at the same time, and they did it together. And he was kind of rushing her a little bit, but he had to be patient with her because she had to do it when she was physically able. You know what I mean? Because he had climbed up and got to his spot before she did, because they made it a little easier for him. But I still thought that it was a great experience, and you can tell after, everybody felt so amazing after they finished the process, because it really made them rely on their partner in a way that they probably don't feel safe doing. But because it was such a dire physical situation, they had to let that go and just depend on one another. Teresa and Dwayne's was beautiful as well. Okay, so both of them had to climb up on the same side, and then she had to direct him while he was blindfolded across the beam, y'all. Across the beam, blindfolded, and she had to lead him across and get him on the other side. And it was so beautiful, and she was so calm and assertive, and he understood, and he just followed every step, and she got him there safely, and they had to do it together. And that was the most beautiful part, seeing how well they worked together. And also seeing that he's blind in this life, and it's a lot of her having to lead him to or away from the things that he's been consuming himself with, the friends and the partying and that lifestyle. All of that is cool and everything, but you don't go and get a wife and some kids so you can constantly be bringing all of your friends to y'all house, invading y'all personal space. That is too much. And I feel like when it comes to those friends, he is blinded. Okay, when it comes to the lifestyle, he is blinded to what it is doing to his wife. And she is constantly having to be the one to tell him, hey, this is not the way it should be. So I think that in a way, she has to be the most tender leader she could possibly be to this strong-minded, probably bullheaded man that in some way probably feels that he knows better, you know what I'm saying, than she does. But in all actuality, you kind of don't, because this is what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? But I love the way the things that they physically made them do mirrored their, emotional and mental situations in their relationships. They also jumped off together and it was really cute. So yeah, I loved it. So Spin actually had to climb by herself while her man Q supported her from below. Okay, and I guess it's because the issues that Spin has doesn't, they don't really have anything to do with their relationship as a couple. You know what I'm saying? Is more so about things that she has to deal with and him having to be there to support her through that. And I think that's why he stayed on the ground and she was the one that had to go up on her own and, grab a ring and then jump down. You know what I'm saying? All of it was very scary, y'all. All of it was very scary to watch them, because she had to like climb to the top and then walk halfway, like on this little bitty, little board or whatever. And then there was a ring and she was supposed to like jump and grab the ring to go down, but she just kind of, fell. She touched it, but she ain't like grab her hold to it. But it was cool. But it was still like a very freeing situation for her as well, which was cool to watch. So then when it come time for Althea and Benzino to go, Benzino flips out. Okay, they had to climb up like a rope wall that turned into a rock wall, I think. You know what I'm saying? Because I think at first it was rope. And then when they were getting all the way to the top, because it was so tall, y'all. It was extremely tall. This extremely tall wall. And then they had to like start doing those climbs where you like kind of put your foot on the little thing and you hold on to it and all of that. So they had to like rock climb. And he didn't want to do it because, first of all, he was scared. He was scared, and I think he was trying to make it seem like it was all about his issues with Althea and them not having trust in their relationship. So how are they going to trust each other to do something life or death? But, it was like, Benzino, you made a promise to me. Okay, Spirit got in his ass and got him to realize that, you're a punk if you don't do this, because everybody else did it. Okay, like, so he, got up there and they did it. And another thing that Spirit brought his attention to was the fact that Althea was down and was waiting for him. She was waiting on him. She was waiting on him to gather himself. Okay, and y'all, when they climbed up that thing together, they instinctually were there for one another. There was one point when Benzino was about to fall, and she was higher than him, and she instinctually grabbed him, hurry up and grabbed his arm, and then pulled him back up and helped him put himself on the next little notch that he had to grab onto. And then they kept going up the wall. Everybody is down below crying, because like at some point Althea got so tired because it was so tall, y'all. It took them a minute to climb up this wall. So at some point she was so tired and she had to keep climbing, and y'all know how tiring that is after a while. You're using all of the muscles in your body to hold you on this wall, right? And have to keep pushing and pulling yourself up like that. She got so tired and she started to cry at one point on the wall, y'all. Everybody down below is crying, and Benzino was like, come on, Althea, you always was stronger than me. You always was stronger than me. Come on, Althea, you got this. You got this. And they climbed all the way to the top of it, y'all. And when they got up there, he was like, I'm sorry for everything. I'm sorry for everything. And once they came down, they just kind of held each other and cried for a long time. He cried more than she did, obviously. But, I mean, he boo-hoo cried for a long time. It was obviously the release that they both needed. And I don't know if they're going to stay in this place, but to watch them automatically be there for one another, automatically protect one another, it shows you that there's some real love there. And that they need to fix whatever is wrong with them individually so that they can be better for one another, whether they are in a relationship or not. But the energy that they was giving me when they were doing that is that they want to be together. Like, I don't know if it was just me, but I feel like they want to be together. I just think that they get in their own way. They too busy fighting, too busy trying to be right. And it's just not the way you handle relationships. But I don't think either one of them have had good examples in order to teach them what to do. You know, it was beautiful, y'all. It was magical. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I love y'all so much. Please be safe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.